Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. We are the revitalized Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. I don't want to brag or anything, but we are on something of a winning streak. For those of you who have been watching, you suffered through the first half of the season, and then we made a switch to a 4-3-3, and all of a sudden we're unstoppable. We're back in the FA Cup, our competition. I will remind you, the FA Cup holders, the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. Ball John Green's on the field, as is Ricardo Bunsen Berna, our goalkeeper, and we've got Merrick Maric anchoring center midfield. In the back, of course, as always, one size fits all. Today I'm going to talk to you about both Merrick Maric and Ricardo Bunsen Berna because they have formed an outstanding friendship. A few of you have commented that sometimes at halftime or at the end of a game, you'll see Merrick Maric walking up to someone and doing what appears to be talking. Of course, we can never hear what's being said. Here's Merrick Maric on the ball now. Look at his beautiful bald body. Look at him. He's going to pass up to Leroy Williamson. Oh, Leroy Williamson almost away. But he is not actually talking, and that's one of the really fascinating things about Merrick Maric. He's never spoken, at least not during his time with the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. We don't know why. He's made some sounds, occasionally sounds of frustration or sounds of anger. Doctors have checked him out. Not the best pass there, buddy. Ball John Green, frustrated but captainy in his mustachioedness. Doctors have checked him out. Nothing, nothing wrong with Merrick Maric. He just chooses not to speak. He'll walk up to you and he'll move his mouth as if he's speaking, but he's not speaking. It's a weird, interesting thing. Look at Merrick Maric with a great tackle there, by the way. That's the kind of thing that we expect from him. And then Leroy Williamson. Getting a corner kick. So he's never spoken to me. He's never spoken to any members of the club. But he has formed an extraordinarily close friendship with our goalkeeper, Ricardo Bunsen Berna, which is particularly weird because in general, keepers don't form very strong relationships with non-keepers. Like, I mean, I don't want to overgeneralize, but certainly like Fat Lucas, beloved, very close to a goal there. Beloved member of our team, no doubt about it. I love me some Fat Lucas. But Fat Lucas was never like, he was never a guy who spent a lot of, he was always sort of a mystery, like we knew that he was recovering from alcoholism. We knew a lot about him, I guess. Oh, come on, obviously I wanted you to head that at goal, not into some random place. But he was never like, he never had a lot of close friends on the team. He was respected. He was beloved. He was certainly the anchor of our defense. By the way, I should mention Fat Luke is still on the team, coaching the goalkeeper. He's Ricardo Bunsen Berna's coach. He's doing a great job. I think we've all been pleased with Ricardo Bunsen Berna's performance this season. We may need him here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Whew. I will remind you, we're playing Peterborough. This is really a game that we should win. We got a really, really nice draw here in the FA Cup. We could have been playing, Chelsea or Manchester United, but instead we're playing Peterborough. We really need to come out victorious here. Leroy Williamson passing it ahead, up to get out of the way. Ball John Green. Obviously, I want you to go into the box, baby. Go into the box. Oh, Merrick Maric. He was so excited he had to take a shot. Okay, so anyway, the fascinating thing to me is that these two men have become friends, and I think a lot of it is because Ricardo Bunsen Berna, one of the reasons he's struggling in the league is that he does not speak English. He is, Skabushkaberg. Sorry, I'm a parent to a toddler. He doesn't speak a lot of English. He is not, he's Brazilian. He speaks Brazilian Portuguese. There's no one on the team who speaks Portuguese other than Ricardo Bunsen Berna. I think that's frustrating and difficult for him. He has a language tutor that he's working with, but it's just, it doesn't seem like a priority for him, particularly because he has a best friend. And like, that's one of the major reasons that we even learn language, right? One of the major reasons that we even utilize language is so that we can, make social connections with other people. And in the case of, and frankly, a lot of the things that you would use language for other than that are things that are already cared for in his life because he's a Premier League soccer player. Oh, what a great pass. Ball John Green to other John Green. That is literally just how... Come on. I wanted you to back pass it to your husband. So to see this friendship blossom is really fascinating to me, just because it indicates something about the nature of our species that I've been thinking a lot about lately. I don't know if any of you saw the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Really interesting movie. But the most interesting thing about it was that at the core of the movie, it was arguing that what defines humanness, like what makes us people, what makes us sentient, is our ability to use language to convey ideas. And like the moment at the end of the like dramatic, oh, Leroy Williamson almost allowed me to sing a song. The dramatic moment at the end of the movie, Leroy Williamson. No! Oh! Come on, somebody put the ball in the frickin' net! Off the post twice! I have to pause to recover my sensibilities. Oh, I was so ready to sing the Leroy Williamson song, and I was denied the opportunity, and then Bald John Green had a clear and open goal and failed to score. The last thing that we need is a replay against Peterborough. We really need to win this game. Generally, the 4-3-3 is good at that. Do I need to make a change at halftime? I'm frustrated. That really should have been a goal. So I'm going to make an argument to you in the second half about what really constitutes humanness, what the actual definition of humanness is. That makes Leroy Williamson worse. We don't want him to be worse. Certainly, we want him to be better. Oh, boy, look at John Green is so tired. He just wants to go to bed, but I can't let him because he's by far the best. I might be able to let that John Green go. No, he's terrible. No one's really good in that role. Maybe this? No. Maybe... What about, like, a Perry Perry? How's Perry Perry? Yes, all right. I can't believe I'm taking out John Green. Pains me to do it, but he's tired, and I don't want him to get injured. All right. Let's resume the match. So, here's my... Watching this friendship blossom between Merrick Maric and Ricardo Bunsen Berna, a friendship that you know does not involve what we would any kind of real language. They just spend a lot of time together. They laugh a lot together, but it's all like physical comedy. You know, like it's all things that are physically happening. Okay, great, I got a free kick, which is really it's funny. You know, it reminds you that like on some level most comedy is nonverbal. Because they do, you know, they clearly have a great time together. Oh, Perry Perry just got sandwiched. So what I'm going to argue is that the definition of humanness is not actually the ability to use language to convey ideas. So if you saw the movie Planet of the Apes, this is kind of a spoiler, I guess, if you haven't seen it, but not really, because it's not really the kind of movie that can easily be spoiled. For one thing, it's a prequel to a movie that everyone has seen. At the very end, the guy, the ape, I say guy because he's become a guy, he uses language to express himself, and that's how you know that he's become like truly human, is he's not using just sign language anymore. Now he's using verbal language. This is a huge insult to the deaf community, by the way. But anyway, the point is that was the argument that the movie was making about what constitutes, you know, oh, are we going to come back and... not a yellow card. That's excessive. Leroy Williamson is upset. By the way, his name is Red Power Granger. No, nice job there, Ricardo Bunsen Berna. Anyway, nice, Ricardo. A yellow card for the Red Power Granger. What makes us human is the ability to cooperate. The thing that you don't see animals do effectively, even chimpanzees, you don't see them like looking at a log and thinking, hey, if both of us work together, we can carry that log. You don't see them think, oh, if eight people, goal? Yeah, oh, what? Other John Green out of nothing. He just scoops and he loops and he whoops and he scores. In the 66th minute, he scores. Truly a hero. I mean, he's big, he's tough, he has a brilliant puff. Other John Green, the hero of last season, and suddenly pushing us ever closer to the back to the FA Cup final. Could it be that this year's Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers on world-class skill level, with all the problems that we've been having, and they have been legion, Could the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers make their way all the way back to the FA Cup final? Who knows? I would argue that what makes us human is actually that ability to cooperate, that ability to work together to make big projects possible, like the building of a home or the dredging of a lake or, you know, planting sort of large-scale agriculture. Those are the things that you can't, you know, the truth is that animals are capable of language. They're capable of signing in many cases, and in some ways even more complex sorts of language. So I don't buy that argument at all, but I do increasingly buy the argument that what sets us apart is our ability to cooperate and work together to make things happen. Now, language is a huge part of that cooperation. It's a huge way that we express that and negotiate the nature of that cooperation. But, Ricardo, thank you. But language itself is not what makes us human. And nothing has shown that to me more vividly recently than the friendship between Ricardo Bunsen Berna and Merrick Maric. Now, will Ricardo Bunsen Berna learn English? Will Merrick Maric start speaking at some point? I hope so, and I hope so. You know, I certainly see no reason why they wouldn't. But right now, that doesn't seem to be part of their lives, and it doesn't seem to need to be, which is kind of cool in a way. And so it's something I respect about both of these guys. And you know, I particularly have to say, I particularly respect the way that Ricardo Bunsen Berna has come into a league of play that he could never have been prepared for, and just pretty much from the we've got a corner kick here. Got to kill 5 minutes off the clock here. It's a little bit of nervous making time, and we've got some tired players out there. I need you guys to man up. That's that. Please don't call a foul. No! Why? Why? All I did was hit the A button to pass. How? Okay. Oh, he missed! He missed! Ricardo Bunsen Berna was going in the right direction. Actually, I just pressed the wrong button. So I think if I pressed the right button, he would have saved it. Oh, third degree Berna. All right, let's just clear it really deep. Yes. Yes, let's just, Merrick Maric getting the ball, and then up to other John Green. Other John Green tries to thread the needle. He can't succeed. We're going to need one-size-fits-alls back there. Just clear it. Clear it, Fitz. Oh, no. Come on, guys. Just clear the freaking ball. Oh, we need to win this game. Come on. One-size-fits-all with a huge tackle. And then we clear it. Come on. Can we just referee? When are you going to blow that whistle? Now, yes! Smell your armpits in shame, Peterborough, because the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers are moving on in the FA Cup. Other John Green there, congratulating. Look, Merrick Maric congratulating one-size-fits-all. He's moving his mouth, but no words are coming out. Leroy Williamson had a good game for us out on the wing, playing a new position. I thought he did very well. I'd like to congratulate the entire Swindon Town Swoodilypooper team. We could have scored more, but we scored one, and that's all that matters. Look at other John Green with this astonishingly precise finish. Nice use of the RB button by me, the manager. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.